All right, YouTube world. Anthony here with Fiorenzo Brothers Sewer and Drain. So just giving a little life update with how everything's going with my business. So I put a video out a couple weeks ago that basically was an introduction to anybody who was looking to get into the sewer and drain cleaning business. Mostly focusing on the equipment that would probably be necessary if you're just starting out. This is for folks that may be unclogging drains for side work, that maybe you're getting enough side work, so now maybe you might want to start getting into your own business even. So when I put my first video out there, I basically went through the different types of machines you want: a toilet auger, a pistol snake of some sort, a smaller medium-sized drum, and a larger drum machine. For main lines, the mid-size for maybe kitchen sinks, floor drains. Doesn't mean you have to go with drum machines. Sectional machines are just as good, if not maybe even better. But it's always a big argument with a lot of sewer and drain cleaners. The benefits of the pros and cons of sectional cables versus drum machines. I personally like drums because they're contained and less of a chance of making a mess in a customer's house. So in the past couple weeks, I've been trying to expand myself a little bit. But those are the machines you need if you're just unclogging drains. If you really want to make your drain cleaning business a success, it's very important to have a camera system. Camera systems is basically how the whole process of unclogging a drain turns into a big job. All right, so I have my own camera system. It's a VizTrack 130-foot reel. It doesn't have a footage counter, but it does the job I need it to do. I use that so I can charge a little more for my services. So instead of charging a dollar amount just to snake a drain and leave, I charge a little higher price to do a more thorough cleaning, unclog the drain, and then video inspect just to verify that there's nothing wrong with the pipe. So that's pretty much all of what I've been doing. Now, the camera itself opens me up to a network of potential clients. I can build relationships with realtors, home inspectors, because sewer inspection should be done. So that's one way to build your network for advertising. I don't pay for any type of advertising for my work. I strictly use networking and neighborhood apps, social media. That's the way I get my business. Does it give me a non-stop steady flow of work? I'm not doing 5 or 6 calls a day, but for right now, it's getting me by. The exciting news for me is I was able to locate and purchase a hydrojetter. A hydrojetter is another service that is highly recommended and that I think you will need. And it's just overall, it's just a good investment to upsell. It's an easy upsell because people can know the difference between snaking or cabling a line versus pressure washing the inside of the pipe. So the jetter that I was able to purchase is cart mounted. It's a 3,500 PSI, 5 gallons per minute flow rate, which isn't as high as I'd like to be, but you know, with my expenses out of pocket, you know, I'm avoiding taking out any loans of any sort. But right now, having at least this jetter, it allows me to give the option to upsell the work. And honestly, I'm picking it up in the middle of next week. And I put on my social media and on my neighborhood apps that I'm going to be offering hydrojetting service. And I already have about 3 or 4 people that have requested quotes from me for it. So I'm taking a look at those jobs to price out for hydrojetting. But that's the biggest upgrade that I've done recently. It's always a grind. But my advice is, and also once I get the hydrojetter, I'm going to reach out to more local plumbing companies that don't offer drain cleaning services. If you have your snaking equipment, I don't always recommend, well, I'm always going to recommend going to plumbing companies and other companies and just tell them what you do, offer your services. But when I have the hydrojetter and the camera, those are more expensive systems. So even companies that do supply their technicians with snake machines, they may not necessarily have invested the money into a camera system and a hydrojetter. So when you offer those services, it definitely makes you more appealing to be, maybe a company's go-to drain guy. So that's one of the biggest parts that I'm most excited about picking up this hydrojetter, is that it's going to allow me to market myself a little bit and advertise myself more with being able to offer more services. So that's the biggest update that I have. I'm trying to think of any other helpful insights for anybody. I guess I'm eager to answer any questions that I can help anybody with. So if there's any questions about having a new drain cleaning business, trying to get started, feel free to reach out to me with any questions. I'll try to help in any way I can. If you watch my first video, you can get an idea of the different types of snake machines that you would need to get into the business. This video was more or less just for an update to let you know, just to let everyone know that might have any interest of one guy's journey, just, starting out all by himself, just to try to get work. I have the market for excavation services too. My brother and I excavate and do pipe fitting, and then I have a partner that holds a master plumber's license that will let us do the pipe work under him. So that's our system. But other than that, that's really all the life updates that are right now. I'll put another video up probably next week that will be showing the hydrojetter that I bought. Hydrojetters aren't cheap. When I saw this deal, I couldn't really walk away from it. But the flow rate is 5 gallons per minute, so it's still something that I can work as a pressure washer if I use a water supply. Because the flow rate isn't too high, so it doesn't require a holding tank, so I don't have to mount it in the truck. It is heavy, so one of my biggest things is going to be investing in a ramp of some sort to get it up onto my truck. And soon enough, honestly, the next investment after the hydrojetter will probably be a work van. Hoping to get one. My long-term goal was to probably get a larger transit van to get it, a skid-mounted system set up. But that's a long-term goal. I think for the individual, I have to look for a used cargo van to have my hydrojetter in there, and obviously have a ramp. But that's all my updates for now. I will update everybody, and another video should probably be posted up next week. If there's any questions or anybody looking for advice, feel free to reach out.